Damn it. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Chris as always, and today we're going to build some pipes for the shovel. So what we had on here before was this factory 2-in-1 that I had added some 1 7/8 stainless to with the switchtail. These parts came with the bike. I added this just to make it longer. But yeah, it's cool and all, but I don't really quite think it fits our bike. So I bought a set of these drag pipes off a guy, and they don't match. They're not a matching pair. So they try and take up the same area because the rear pipe, I already cut it off, but they try and take up the same real estate, which all you all see is my arm. So we can't have that. So the other problem is the way this one's bent in, it comes really tight into here and it hits my oil lines. So, you know, can't have that. So we're going to try and I already cut this one off so we can clock this differently. So we can bring it out kind of like how the 2-in-1 is. And then we'll fix that. We'll make something. The front pipe fits like shit too. It hits the cover, and it just overall it does not fit very well. So I like how it comes through here, so we're probably going to hack it here somewhere, extend this guy down, and figure that part out. So we might cut it down here so that way we can extend it and clock it different or something. I don't know. We'll get to that part when we get there. But up top it doesn't fit very tight, so that's going to cause some problems. So what I have is those set of pipes. I also have here, these are some drag pipes that came with my Sporty that I had cut up previously to do a mock-up on that bike. I also have a length of 2-inch pipe here that I had for my Sporty pipes that I built. And then all the various components that are left over from that build. So we'll see what we can come up with. Maybe we'll do like some sort of turnout thing, or I'm thinking maybe a 2-in-1 with a turnout or something like that, or some, you know, splayed turnout type deal. We'll see. So maybe a turn in here, and then we'll cut this off so it kind of splays and it'll still turn out. But I'm thinking maybe somewhere in here is where we will have an exit. That way it's not you know, too bad on the ears. That way all the noise is essentially behind me and the wife if she ever rides on this thing again, which we'll see. But yeah, right now you can see where the fishtail ends. It's sooting up my axle and rear end pretty good. So we need to figure that out. We need to fix it and come up with something else that that will fit the bike better. So yeah, we're gonna cut a bunch of this stuff up and see if we can't fit some stuff and come up with something better out of this random assortment of junk. So stay tuned.
to admit old habits hard to forget. I spend the night alone, clear text from my phone, but hope you'll call me again. Oh, underneath the night sky, a world for you to hide, and I can never figure you out. When you step into the light, the shadows terrify the love I used to know. Details fade as I'm walking away, hiding in the shadows. Profile figure, bathed in the glow, outline the shape that you pose. Worn out pages where I wrote your name, now blur is all that they show. Details fade as I turn from your face, your world I will forget. You'll become a silhouette.
Well, there's our first pipe tacked up. It tucks in there pretty nice. You still need to do a little tweaking to get it all lined up, because as you see from the top, it's a little high this way, but it's doing all right. You might have to cut it here and turn it out just a smidge, but yeah, everything clears back here pretty nicely with our lines. And you know, for cutting up a piece of old ass pipe, not too bad so far. So yeah, I think we're on to something here. So we'll see. Our slash is almost straight, but we'll fix that. So see, it kind of looks like it kind of comes in, leans into the bike a little bit, so we'll address that, but for now it'll work. On to the other one. late last night I got the rear pipe all welded up. That was fun. My eyes were getting tired. It was like 11 o'clock, and pipe was fighting me, but we got it. So fits really tight, and it's pretty close to the transmission, so it's nice and snug. We're gonna do some treatment to the tips there. I have an idea for that, but this front pipe, we're gonna bring it in and fit it up nice and tight. Should be around there somewhere. So it has a really nice staggered look. Should fit pretty well once we get it on there. I already have it marked here to cut it, so we'll cut this off, and then I can use that to make up the difference up here in front in order to get this thing on here. So yeah, we'll get to it. But today, got these sweet ass hats that came in today. So anybody wants one, let me know. I'll hook you up. So yeah, we'll see how filthy this thing gets. It is gray, so. But until then, at least it'll keep my hair from being all over the damn place. So yeah, let's get to this front one, and we'll get to it. All right, so here's our exhaust. This is what I came up with. So these are the same length, or they should be. So yeah, so when you look at it from the side, everything's symmetrical, everything's the same length and whatnot. So for the tips, I just took the stock drag pipe slash and I cut it, and these are like 60 degrees or something like that is what's in here. So cut halfway on each side and turned it, and now this guy runs right in line with the exhaust. You see I still got welded tips on, but the rest of it is done. So all this was with the stock, the pipes themselves. I didn't add any other pieces from any other pipes. This is where I had to add that section. This pipe was being a fucking nightmare. It kept blowing holes in it. Yeah, I'm assuming it's just because it was dirty inside. I don't know. We also switched over to studs. So the bolts were in here. The front one was backing out a little bit, and the threads are getting kind of wallered. So rather than run the bolt in and out a bunch of times, I switched to studs. Now that we have single individual pipes, you can take them off with the studs on there. So shouldn't be a problem. So this is the bracket I made. Once I take the exhaust off, I'll show it better. But it runs off this bolt hole and this bolt hole, and then it runs back behind. And there's a T-slot on this front one, and that mounts in there. The back one just has a clamp, and it runs off that rear bolt. So it didn't have a T-slot on it. So yeah, so that's how it fits. I guess we could put a T-slot on the back and clean it up a little bit, but this will work for now. I'm sure these aren't going to be the permanent pipes. At some point we will build some other ones, I'm sure. Put some stainless on it because I like stainless. So yeah, so our kicker definitely clears everything. As you see, we have a lot of clearance between the pipe. We'll see how that rear does. The old one, the old 2-into-1 was the kicker was rubbing on that piece that I added. So, but it's also here even on the stock it was rubbing. So it wasn't really fitting the best anyway. So, but I think overall these fit the bike a lot better. A little cleaner than the 2-to-1 was with that fishtail. They're more compact. So, but yeah, let's get these things welded up and get them on there. All right, so our exhaust is all fully welded. So we'll get it back on. Here's that bracket I made. There's 2 holes back here in the back of the frame. This one holds my brake light switch for the rear, and then this is where the rear pipe bolts. This clamp here bolts on here, and then the front pipe goes through this T-bolt and holds it all on. So yeah, let's get it on for the final time. Well, there we have it. They are all bolted on. We got our new studs in there. We'll see how those hold up. I'm sure this front is going to leak. It always has. The rear's always been good, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's raining outside, but we're going to fire it up and see what happens. All right, let's see what happens. See what she sounds like. Well, there we go. They're loud. They were very loud. Probably going to piss some people off. So, but now you saw that rear cylinder. It's got a little smoke coming out from the oil. I pulled the plug, and it's definitely got some oil on it. So, I checked the compression the other day. The compression was the same across both. They're both 90. So, I think we got some leaky valve guides or something going on with the head. So we'll keep an eye on it, and hopefully it doesn't get any worse. But I bumped that the main jet to a 70 because the plugs were looking a little hot. So we'll see what happens. We might see if we can run a step hotter plug just to see if it'll help burn some of that oil. Haven't done that yet. I'm still trying to. I've heard of people doing it, and it's helped. So, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll ride the piss out of it, and this winter we'll tear it all down and fix it. So, as long as she keeps going, doesn't leave me stranded again, like it's done, then we should be fine. But we'll see how long we run these pipes. We may end up putting the 2-to-1 back on, but you know, it was kind of fun to play with them. At some point we are going to build a full stainless set. I had this laying around and they don't match. They wouldn't work together because they're from 2 different sets of pipes. So I figured, what the hell, why not, let's build some. So, but yeah, that'll do it for this video. So hope you all enjoyed, and take care.